Hey, I hope everyone's having a great day today. Today we're going to go over the Bitcoin chart. I have a 4-hour Bitcoin chart pulled up here, and we're in the $11,000 range of Bitcoin. But today, not only do I want to do a little bit of chart technical analysis, but I want to go over the psychology of the market and the psychology of investors and traders and why the market moves the way it moves. We have a 4-hour Bitcoin chart up here, and if we go back to December, we'll see, of course, Bitcoin touched $20,000 high right in this area here. But what I want to do is I want to go back and replay bar, which you can do on TradingView. And let's start from right about here. And I'm going to just hit play and then I'll stop and pause. So right about here, Bitcoin was at $18,000. Now, between 16,000, 17,000, and 20,000, which was the high of Bitcoin, a lot of money came into the space. If you go back and look at the history, and this was just a month ago, right? A lot of money came into the space in early December because why? The FOMO, the fear of missing out, I got to get on the next hottest thing. So this is the area that a lot of people put their money into Bitcoin. And not only Bitcoin, but a lot of other alternative coins also. So a lot of money came flooding into this space right around these prices. Why? Because we see on the chart the Bitcoin run up over the last few months, and people were talking about this thing could go to 30,000, it could go to 50,000, it could go to 100,000 and even higher, right? So that was the type of hype that was in the marketplace at that time. Let's talk about investing, the psychology of investing. Imagine the psychology here, okay? The money's flooding in, the price is rising. Let's go ahead and play some bars here. And the price went to right around $20,000, pulled back, made this nice hammer candle here. Like, okay, pull back a little bit. Let's get some more people on board and make another trek up, right? Let's play a little bit more. Big drop here. Big drop happened in the market. Now, when you invested in this area, you see this drop happen. What are people thinking, right? Bitcoin is now at 14,000, 13,000, 15,000, and I got in at 16, 17, 18. So you're starting to sweat a little bit. You're starting to say, hold on a second. This is not going the way that I thought it was going to go. Is Bitcoin real or not? What's going on? Maybe it's just a little pullback and we're going to continue another trek up. Let's go ahead and play. Bitcoin continues to bounce around in this area. Let's play a little bit more. Starting to bounce around. People right here, they're waiting for another run up, okay? All right, we had our little pullback. We're now in a little bit of choppy zone. We're now in a little bit of range. Maybe I can add a little more money here and we can go back up, match our all-time high of 20,000 and then continue to go up from there. Let's play a little bit more. There's a run up, right? So here we go. Bitcoin went up to 17 again. So if you got in at 16 or 17, you're sitting pretty right here. Hey, no big deal. All right, it's coming back. But if you was to pull a fib from this point to this point, if you was to pull a fib here, you'll notice that price just pulled back to around the 50 range, right? If you know about Fibonacci retracement, you know that this can happen sometimes. Price can pull back into the 50% range. And that's exactly what happened. So let's go ahead and play a little bit more. Price began to fall. That's okay. Price fell. And now it's matching the bottoms right here of the structure support. It's no big deal. It's still in this chop range. We're still choppy. It's no big deal. A lot of people are buying right here. Let's play a little bit more. Boom, right here. Parabolic move, high volume, sell off right here. Okay, so now let's look at this market now. Okay, what is going on in the minds of investors right at this point? Well, the money that came in this area, now they're saying, I'm down. And from early January all the way down to this point, you're taking huge losses. Little pullback into the cloud, and this is where we are in present time. little pullback into the cloud, the Ichimoku cloud right here, and we dropped again, and we're sitting right here. As of right now, we're in a classic stair-step pattern on a bear market. This market that we're in right now is a trending market, trending down at the moment. Could it turn around? Yes. But has it turned around? No. And if you go back and look at the money that is leaving the space of Bitcoin, there's a lot of money leaving in this area. Why? Simple. Because this is the cycle. This is the psychology cycle of an investor. They invest when price is high. They invest when the RSI is high. When price starts to run, they're down half their money. Let's say you had $20,000 to invest. Now you're looking at your account, and in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, your account's in half. From 20,000 to 12,000 to 11,000 to 10,000. And what is the average investor or trader going to do at that point? They're going to say, I better take my money and I better get out of town. I better take all of my money out of these coins and put it back into fiat currency and just forget that I've ever heard about Bitcoin. I tried it. It didn't work. I'm out of the space. See you later. Bye-bye. That's what's happening in these areas. During this drop, money leaves, and during this drop, money leaves. Okay? Money leaves because people just give up. They're like, I'd rather have my 10,000 left and lose 10,000 than to lose it all, because their mind is like, Bitcoin's going to zero. Bitcoin is the end. Bitcoin is over with. Everybody got scammed. Everybody got taken for a ride. That's the psychology of the market. That's what will always happen. So that's what can turn a sell-off or a profit taking, because I believe a lot of this was profit taking, right, into a full-fledged panic, because people start running for the hills. People start trying to stop the bleeding. And who wouldn't want to? I mean, if you got 10,000 left and you invested 20, you know, you're going to start doing some serious thinking, right? So people start running for the hills and they get out of the game. This happens not only in Bitcoin trading, it happens in every single market with stock investments and people that trade options and people that trade commodities, people that trade currency markets, okay? This same pattern happens over and over again. Why? Because people come into the market with the wrong expectations, and they come into the market not knowing anything about market structure and about how markets work. So you'll see this same pattern repeat itself over and over again. Never put all your eggs into one basket, because if you do, whenever there's a pullback like that's happening now, and whenever there's a downturn in the market, you're going to take a huge loss and you're just going to leave the space. And I don't want you to do that, okay? You can do that. Bitcoin is going to go on without you. With or without you, it's going to go on. These markets will continue to be traded. And what's going to happen is the professional investors, they're always going to sell and take profits when everybody else is trying to come in. And then when everybody leaves the space and there's a lot of pain going on in the market, which is happening right here, these are the times professional investors are looking to buy more and stock up on Bitcoin and other coins. So right now it's a buyer's market. Is the drop over with? According to the technical chart, no, the drop's not over with. We could see more falling. In order for this downturn to be over with, we need to see higher highs and higher lows. But right now we see a high here, another pullback high, another pullback high, another pullback high. These are lower highs. Here's a low, here's a low, and here's a low. These are lower lows. This low almost matches this low, okay? So lower highs coupled with lower lows, that's a falling market. And until we see this turn around or begin to turn around, this is where we're at. We're in a falling market, pullbacks, choppy range, falling again, pullback, maybe choppy range, maybe falling again. I don't know. But that's the pattern that I'm seeing right here. And until this pattern changes, you need to act accordingly. Like my video, share my video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.